Tim Walz is the first one who expressed interest. The second one is none other than ESPN talk host, who I think is the better of the two, and it's not even close, Stephen A. Smith. Go ahead and pull this video of Stephen A. Smith, who's been ripping the Democrat Party for their current strategy. And he actually reacted to a video that we just showed here earlier on the show. Go ahead.
Now you see why Stephen A. Smith was in the polls as a presidential candidate? See what I'm talking about? You see that idiocy right there? You talk about something, people being tone deaf. Why the hell would 22 Democratic senators be literally echoing the same thing and think that would resonate with the American people? All it shows is that the same fabric of our democracy is unchanging in the eyes of some of these officials, and as a result, the constituency they represent, which is why Donald Trump is in office. What, do I have to come up to Capitol Hill and give you lessons? Seriously, you don't get it? All you did, Elizabeth Warren, Cory Booker, Chuck Schumer. Let's all get together. Let's put this in a prompter, and all together, albeit in separate rooms, we'll grab a microphone and say the same damn thing. And that's what's going to resonate with the American people. And then you wonder why you're no longer in power. You wonder why Trump is in the White House.
Now, Stephen A. has ventured more and more into politics over the last couple of months. He's been doing shows like PBD and the likes. He's been talking more about politics. Bill Maher was another one. He's been talking politics a little bit more openly over the last couple of months. This has been a trend for him, even prior to the election, because he's a lifelong Democrat, albeit a moderate one, so he says. And he's discussed it at the current state of the party. He's floated the idea a couple of times of running for president as a Democrat. Now, you can laugh all you want right here in 2025. Now, whether or not the party elite and, the party brass would allow him to be the nominee is a totally different story. I don't think they would. But I honestly, honest to God, of all the names that I've seen floated, he gives them the best chance to win. The Democrat Party commentators, folks on the left who have been a little bit more open, folks such as Jon Stewart, folks such as Bill Maher, folks such as Cenk Uygur, despite his rage, that have been more open with their criticism of the Democrat Party, that have been more willing to step out of line, have been saying one thing. They've had one resounding message, which is that the Democrats need their own Trump. They need their own Trump. They've been saying things like they need their own Joe Rogan. Well, they did have their own Joe Rogan. He was Joe Rogan, and they ran him off because he was an independent thinker. If I would have told you, can laugh all you want about an ESPN talk host, the number one ESPN talk host, by the way, and it's not even close, being a nominee for a major party for president in 2028. However, let's pretend it's 2013, right after Obama dog walks Mitt Romney in the election. Let's say Caleb Salvatore, who was like a junior in high school back then, say he has his own show and he goes on the air and he goes, you know what? This milquetoast, agreeable, boring, vanilla brand of conservatism that folks like Mitt Romney and John McCain bring to the table is not working. Barack Obama, whether you agree with his policies or not, he's intelligent, he's well-spoken, and he gets people motivated. We need somebody who can fire up the base. We need somebody who's got a history of saying what's on his mind. He's got experience in front of a camera, and he's excitable. We need Donald Trump. If I would have said that in 2013, I would have got laughed out of the building. And then 3 years later, I would have been right. I'm going to sit here right now and tell you, I'm not a Democrat. This is free game. I want you guys to continue refusing to clap for kids with cancer. I want you guys to continue nominating people like Tampon Tim Walz. I'm going to tell you right now, free game. Stephen A. Smith, out of every name I've seen floated, is the best bet you guys have. You will not find a better talker. You will not find someone who is better in front of the camera. You will not find some. Stephen A. Smith had a show for years where he just argued with people. You won't find a more animated speaker. You won't find a better debater. You won't find someone who can spin any fact, statistic, number, whatever you want it to be, in his favor better than Stephen A. Smith. And you know what? You won't find someone on your side who's more reasonable. Do I agree with Stephen A. Smith on every issue? Not even close. But you know what? He's got the balls to come out and say this trans women or these men playing women's sports is bullshit. This has to stop. This abortion up until the moment of birth is bullshit. It has to stop. This prioritizing, other countries over the United States is bullshit. It has to stop. This woke virtue signaling nonsense being prioritized over the well-being of American people has to stop. He's willing to point, all of those things out. He is your best bet going into 2028 if you want to defeat the Republicans. Dead serious. Here are the other names they floated. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you can actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.